What's up, YouTube? Pokemon here, bringing you another Friday Fight Night. As you can see, I'll be rocking a new deck I haven't featured on the show yet, Primal Groudon. So stay tuned and enjoy. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. I do have one unfortunate piece of news. Unfortunately, the winner of last week's drawing never got back to me. So, I will not be playing against a subscriber this week. I knew it would probably happen eventually, but I was really hopeful that it wouldn't happen for a little while at least. Not week 2. However, it's fine. I thought about it, and what I decided to do, because I think it's unfair to the other subscribers that did enter the drawing and would have been willing participants and got in touch with me and playing, that no one, it's just not fair that no one gets any codes out of that when there should have been up to 3 given out. So what I decided to do instead is right now I'm going to go ahead and do another drawing out of all the remaining entrants from the previous week. And the way it's going to work is so these are the other entrants from that drawing that didn't win, that weren't selected. So we're just going to do the random list again, and the 3 top names, you guys will be the winners. You'll each get 1 code card. I'm doing 3 because the winner can get 3 if they win, but we don't have a winner battling me this week, so I figured, you know what, let's spread the love across 3 of the other contestants. So if you're one of the 3 names, after I randomize this list, send me a message and I'll hook you up with a code card, each one of you. So that, I figured that was the fairest way. However, in the future, this is the way it's going down this week, but if you don't agree with this and think there's a better way of handling this situation, please let me know in the comments below. I'm definitely willing to take your guys' thoughts in mind on how this should be handled when it does happen, because I'm sure this won't be the last time. But this just seemed like the fairest way of trying to still give out the codes to those of you that participated. So, without further ado, we'll go ahead and do this. Randomize. Alright, so, Shafiq Jabbar. I know I'm gonna butcher this name, and I do apologize, but Bachman Mappywhack, I'm so sorry. I'm American, if you can't tell, so that is why I'm struggling with this. I have no idea the proper pronunciation. I do apologize. And then Will, the Pokemon guy. You 3 are the winners. So each of you has a code waiting for you. Just send me a message within the next week and I'll give you a code. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Just send me a message. You can say, give me my code. You can say, what up? I hear you got something for me. I'll remember who you are from this video and I'll send you a code. In fact, you know what? Why don't you guys pick which code you want? I have, you can select from any of the following. Primal Clash, Phantom Forces, Furious Fist, Flash Fire, XY Base, Legendary Treasures, Emerging Powers, and Plasma Blast. Alright, I've got more than 3 of each of those sets of code cards. So, if you all pick the same one, we'll still be good. So go ahead, let me know which code you want out of those in your message, and I'll hook you up. If you don't care, I'll just pick one randomly. Alright, so that out of the way, let's go ahead and, for those who are new, we'll go over the rules again on how you can be the challenger in the Friday Fight Night and have a shot at winning up to 3 codes. Step 1. You gotta subscribe to the channel. This is just for my subscribers. I wanted to give them a way to win codes from me without the risk of someone else being in, just a way of rewarding them for subscribing to the channel. So you have to subscribe, and in order for me to verify that, that means you also have to make your subscriptions visible to anyone. If I can't see that you're subscribed, then you're not entered. So that's in the settings. If you don't know how to change that setting, just do a search on YouTube. Trust me, you'll get a step-by-step breakdown on how to do it, and you'll be good to go. Step 2, comment below in this video, challenge accepted. Step 3, you gotta send me your Pokemon TCG Online username. Obviously, I can't play against you if we're not connected on the game. So send me your username. You can do it in a message if you don't want the whole world to see it, and it's different than your YouTube name. If you don't care, you can just put it in your message or in the comment below with challenge accepted, and we're good to go. 4, you have to accept the friend request I send you on Pokemon TCG Online. Throughout the week, I'll be sending friend requests to everyone that enters, just to make it so it's a quicker. Once we do have the drawing, we're already connected on the game. My username, as you can see here in the game, is actually Mickey G's, MCEE_GS. So if you see a friend request come from that username, it's Pokemon. Accept it. 5, play me within the designated time frame. You will have between the Friday Fight Night video when I announced that you were the chosen winner of the drawing, and the end of day the following Wednesday. So you will have Friday evening, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. 5.5 days basically to get in touch with me. We'll work out a time within those days that we can hop onto the game and play against each other. Whether we'll work around work and school or whatever you have going on to play. Time zone differences. If I have to, I'll stay up late one night so I can play against you because you're in Europe, and a whole day away from my time frame. We'll work it out and play, and I just like to get that footage done ahead of time, just so I have time to edit all this and put it together without being crazy rushed and having to sacrifice quality. So that's why you have till the end of the day Wednesday. That gives me from Wednesday or all day Thursday and into Friday afternoon to get this done, like a day and a half to get it all taken care of. And that's it. That's how you enter. For those of you who have already entered in the past, the only change to the rules for you is you don't have to tell me your Pokemon TCG Online username again. I'm keeping a master list, and like I said, I'm sending out the friend requests whether you're the winner or not. So you don't have to do that every time, but you do have to stay subscribed, and you do have to put challenge accepted in the comment below. Alright, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get on with it with this video, this week's battle. I'm just going to do a random battle, so I figured this is a good time to do a full deck analysis of a deck I haven't featured on the channel yet, which is my Primal Groudon deck. So, obviously, your main attacker is Primal Groudon, so we have a 3/3 line of Primal Groudon, including 3 Spirit Links. However, odds are you're only going to use 1, maybe 2, but that's highly unlikely. we have Hawlucha, 2 Hawlucha. This is mainly for the free retreat, for easy transitions, but we also will use him in situations where, you got safeguards or something along those lines. We also are going to be working with Landorus. This is going to be our main energy accelerant in it. Shadow Power lets you attach a basic energy from your discard to your benched Pokemon. So you put Groudon EX, and when he evolves into Mega Groudon EX, and leave him on your bench while you're bumping his power up with Landorus. That way you're able to do 2 energies at a time, because, as you can see, he takes a lot of energy. 3 fighting, 1 colorless. The colorless is going to be a fighting too, so I mean, come on. And then our last Pokemon, not the most obvious choice, is a Spiritomb. This is mainly to counteract the biggest weakness to this deck, which would be a Genesect Virizion deck. Take out. This is just for the bench. This ability kills off A-Spec, so we don't have to worry about that A-Spec that gives the G-Booster, I believe that it's called, which is just devastating one-hit kill to pretty much everything, especially Primal Groudon due to weakness, though. So it kills that off, and on the other benefit, you are killing off the A-Spec of your opponent. And because of this, we don't even bother with an A-Spec for ourselves. You can, absolutely, especially in the event that you don't get a Spiritomb early in the game. We are only running 1, but there you go. We also have a Robo Substitute. I'm just going over that one first out of the trainers because he acts as a Pokemon. This one's just a delay tactic to help buy you some time in your setup. Definitely can run more of these if you want to eliminate some others. If you don't like certain cards in here, please go ahead with your version of the deck and add extras. It's definitely a good strategy. We have a little bit of everything in this one. As you can see, we've got an energy switch. If you basically get to where you're only 1 away, why not go ahead and get Landorus out and energy switch the energy over there, and boom, Primal Groudon's good to go. We also have an escape rope. Just forces your opponent to switch Pokemon, and you can also use it as a way of switching Pokemon yourself. A lot of these Pokemon do have high retreat costs, Primal Groudon especially, so having ways to switch them around is definitely important. We have 1 Professor's Letter. Do need a lot of energy on Primal Groudon, so I figure it is worth it putting at least 1 of these in here to make sure every turn we can put 1 energy on this way directly from our hand, as well as 1 through Landorus's Shadow Power. We have a switch. Don't think there's any reason to explain that. We also have a Tool Retriever. This is going back to a way of counteracting the main weakness of this deck, which would be a Genesect Virizion. With Tool Retriever, you'll be able to remove the Spirit Link from your Primal Groudon and then hook him up with a weakness policy. This makes it so he has no weakness, and so now the attacks from a grass type deck will not be doubled. Definitely a good thing. We also are running 2 Ultra Balls. No need to explain that, I'm sure. 2 VS Seekers. Again, pretty obvious why. In the supporter realm, we are running 4 Karinas. Karina lets you search your deck for a fighting Pokemon and an item card. So definitely a nice acceleration to your setup and gets you an item card to help you out. In addition, we're running 2 Lysanders just to get you a better matchup, or maybe even get out your biggest threat that you have on your opponent's bench and take them out with Primal Groudon's beast of an attack, Gaia Volcano. We're running 4 Inns and 4 Sycamores. I don't think there's any reason to explain those. And then we're running 6 Stadium cards. Yep, that's right, 6. And that is because Primal Groudon's attack only does 100 damage unless you have a Stadium card in play. Then it does 100 more, but it also discards that Stadium card once it does the attack. So you need to be able to keep a Stadium in play every time you want to attack with Gaia Volcano. So we got 6. However, you might be wondering also, why these 2 Stadiums? I mean, everyone's pretty familiar with the fact that there is a Stadium that increases the attack of fighting type Pokemon, and I don't have that in this deck. Well, I will explain it. Reason 1, Shrine of Memories lets you use all the attacks of your previous evolutions. So, that means when you have Primal Groudon out, and that Stadium's in play, he can do Massive Rend for 130 damage if you want to. So if you have your opponent has a Pokemon out of 130 or less HP, you don't have to sacrifice a Stadium card in order to take it out in a single hit. You can take him out with Massive Rend, like Mew, who has 120. Why waste a Stadium when you can just Massive Rend him down? That's a reason for Shrine of Memories. Silent Lab, this one takes out abilities. Once you're set up, you don't really need abilities, if you think about it. I mean, we have 2 Pokemon with abilities. Yes, this cancels out the A-Spec, but whatever, right? And Hawlucha, it just makes it so there's no weakness or resistance on the attack. If you have a favorable matchup and he's weak to fighting, you know, that's kind of a double-edged sword. So I don't know. I don't really consider that really being a worthwhile ability. I'd probably prefer that one to be turned off personally. I mean, if they have resistance, it takes away 20, but if it's weakness, it's double. I mean, you do the math on what's better. And you also, if you do run an A-Spec in your version of this deck, you have both of these Stadiums in your hand, you could put down a Silent Lab, or no, let me take that back. And say you have this in play and this in your hand, or maybe this is in play, but then you have both in your hand. You could put down the Shrine of Memories, play your A-Spec, then put a Silent, or no, yeah, and then put the Silent Lab. No, you don't want the Silent Lab. Yeah, you would put the Silent Lab down, play your A-Spec, sorry, got turned around there, and then put a Shrine of Memories back out, making it so your opponent doesn't get to use their A-Spec. We got a Muscle Band. To be honest, I'm kind of thinking about maybe changing that out for something else, maybe an additional weakness policy, or boosting up one of the other ones like a Robo Substitute. You don't need it that much in this, but it does come in handy if you can add that to, say, Landorus or Hawlucha to boost up their attacks a little bit more. But you don't really need it with Primal Groudon. Although, you know, there are Pokemon that 200 won't one-hit KO, which is also a reason why it's there, but odds are if you're taking off this, you're going to want to put on the weakness policy. Then we're running 9 fighting energy and all 4 of our strong energy, which, like the muscle band, increases the attack of a fighting type that it's attached to by 20. And this is stackable. So that gives you the ability to get him up to 240 with the strong energies, or really boost up one of your other Pokemon, making them a force to be reckoned with. You know, you do a muscle band and a strong energy on your Landorus, then your Shout of Power is doing 60 damage. So you're dishing out 60 damage and powering up your Groudon. You put it on Hawlucha, you're busting out 100 damage. I mean, those are your options, guys. So that's the deck we're going to be working with. So we're going to go ahead and head over to the versus, find us a random battle, and see how it goes. Alright, so time to get on with it. We are using our Groudon 1. For some reason, in versus, it always says Groudon 10 instead of what I renamed it to. You may have noticed it actually said Mega Groudon when I was in the deck builder function. Alright, Fernalga is our opponent. Looks like he probably has a grass deck based on all the stuff he's working with. And he's chosen to go first. Let's see. Alright, so I got a mulligan. And it looks like I'm going to be starting off with Groudon himself. So let's go ahead and wish our competitor luck. He's got an electric deck. Oh man. Okay, so we'll go ahead and beef our boy up. Let me think, how do I want to play this? Let's go ahead and Arena. Get our Landorus. Oh man, I'm getting some kind of lag issue here. There we go. And you know what, let's go ahead and get the Groudon Spirit Link. And then, no. We will leave it at that for now. So, with a little luck, we will have... It's actually running an electric deck. Don't see a lot of people using that. Simply because of the fact that it has so many discards. I'm starting to wonder if he's got one of those challenges where you have to be fine. We've got the Spirit Link there. Then let's go ahead and put this down. And now we'll go ahead and use the N. And put out another Landorus. Alright, so we got 2 Landorus, and we actually can Ripclaw already. And with his weakness and those strong energies, we tore him up. He doesn't have any EXs out, but judging by this, I think he might be using a deck specifically built for a daily challenge of evolving Pokemon. Let's go ahead and do a Karina. We can get our Lucha. And then do a Tool Retriever or yeah, to be honest, I'm just going to grab the energy switch just in case I have a need for it. Put him out, but the way this is going, pretty sure we're just going to keep knocking him down as soon as he gets him out. And it looks like he is perfectly content just getting Pokemon out and evolving them. I'm wondering if that weird shift we're seeing as he evolves is part of an update for the new Stadium card Skyfield. I'm betting it is, as you know, definitely need to be able to make room for the much larger bench that Stadium allows you. Alright, and there is our last energy needed. And yeah, yep, we're just gonna take it from there. Let's go ahead and from now on we'll just be using the volcano. Or no, I did not mean to play that actually. Although, with us having his weakness, we could just play it even without a Stadium and tear him apart. I meant to press the other move, Massive Rend, but oh, there's our Spirit Tomb. And let's go ahead and VS Seeker for Karina. And we don't need the other twos, we got 2 Landorus. So let's go ahead and grab one of our Groudons. And we will grab let's grab a Tool Retriever. And let's go ahead and get Landorus. One of our Landorus set up. But after that, we'll just go ahead and wail on Raichu. I'm wondering if this guy even has energy. You know, I'm going to ask him. I'm just way too curious. I mean, he's just evolving like crazy. Has no energy coming into play. I just can't imagine it's anything other than him specifically going after that daily challenge. Might even be that new, instead of the daily challenge, that new challenge feature that they added where you have what, like a few days, I think it is, to meet the challenge, and then you get like a really big reward. Alright. Oh, there's a ground spirit link, so I guess we can go ahead and build enough. Get him set that up as well. Oh, he just got himself a lot of cards. Oh, and there's that as well. So let's go ahead, hook him up. Sorry about that. Actually, let's only take the one. And then, I guess, just for giggles, we'll get ourselves some energy. Get as many of our Pokemon set up as possible. And we'll die a volcano. And that's it. Alright, well, not the most exciting match. That is one negative, I think, of these challenges that they have put into the game for people to get rewards. You end up with a bunch of people playing really, really weird things. But look at that! As a bonus, I did deal out enough damage to get one of my daily challenges met. So that's always nice. And I get to pick a new one. Let's see. Ooh. You know what? Let's... Oh, but there's no... There's not really any evolution of dragon Pokemon that I care for. I guess I could try and play around as Salamence for fun. Alright, I'm going to do that just because of the Roaring Skies launching. Make that my next challenge. I'll play around with it. But that's it for this Friday fight. Now all that is left is the drawing. So give me a second and I'll get set up over on the randomizer and we'll get that taken care of. Okay guys, I've got the entrants in random.org here, list randomizer. So there were 6 entrants this week who wanted a chance to battle me for some codes. So let's go ahead, push that button and see who our lucky winner is that will hopefully battle me over the next week and be in next week's Friday Fight Night video. The winner is whoever's at the top of the list when I click this button. Carlos Miguel. Congratulations, Carlos. You are this week's Friday Fight Night Challenger. I will be reaching out to you via YouTube message. And I think just to increase the odds that I hear from you, I'll also reply to the comment that you used to enter for this opportunity in the first place. That way I reach out to you 2 ways right away, and hopefully I'll hear back from you, and we can make this happen. If you lose, you'll get 1 code card. If you win, you'll get 3. I've got several different sets available, as you may have heard earlier in the video, and I have some more on the way as well, so you may have even more to choose from. So, with that in mind, that's it for this week's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry about the dilemma, but you know, when it comes to these contest kind of things, it's kind of outside my control. I can't make you guys participate completely and get your codes. That's up to you. But till next time, make sure you enter for your chance to participate, and good luck. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.